So I was doing some cleaning up the other day and I found this card in my wallet, which I'll show you in a second. And it brought back a lot of memories when I was really trying hard to manifest money into my life. And to be honest, I had really no idea what I was doing. I was trying to do all the things, making this card. I was reading all the books, I was doing all the affirmations, all that sort of thing that we're sort of taught to do or told to do, and you see videos, and I was failing. I wasn't doing very well at it. And anyway, the card is this. Okay, so I make 10k a month from my multiple income streams. So that was the card I wrote, and I kind of learned to sort of do this kind of writing on this card and sort of training yourself to do this by reading Bob Proctor's books. And like, I really love these books, and I really still do. I haven't read them for a while, but really great books to sort of train your money mindset. And as I was saying, like, I was really struggling at the time. This was probably like 8 years or so ago, and I had just sort of quit my job, not maybe a year or two beforehand, and I was sort of just making enough, like just enough to get by, and then something would come up, and then I'd go backwards, and it was just kind of this self-perpetuating cycle that just sort of kept happening over and over. And like I said, I was trying to do all these things, like trying to say all these affirmations in the morning. Yes, I earn this and do this and all this kind of thing. And at the time in this card, like wanting to earn 10k a month, that would be more than enough to pay my bills and live a great life and whatever. But it just wasn't happening. And years later, I now know why. Because I didn't believe it up here. I was super money scarce in the mind still, so I was doing the things to try and bring it into being, but I did not believe it. I absolutely did not believe it. I thought I did, but I didn't. And if you're in the same sort of spot, you must believe it. You must know that it's coming. I probably had the know that it's coming kind of thing, but the belief I didn't. I knew I wanted it. I knew I was trying to do something, but it was taking too long. And I was going through sort of hard financial type of times. So you must do that. You must believe it. You must also, this is the biggest thing, you can't just say these things, you can't do all these things and speak to yourself and all that. You must have a plan how to get there. Now, what I've seen with a lot of the money mindset type of videos that you see out there is they sort of don't talk so much about the action of doing things and what you have to do. And that was the thing I lacked as well. It was kind of like the action side of it. So I didn't believe it up here, and then I didn't have a growth plan. And that's kind of really what it is. It's a growth plan. I had a vehicle, like a business model, but I didn't have a proper plan in place of how to achieve that. Or I was just getting there far too slowly. So really, you have to amp those things up. You have to amp up your growth plan. You have to amp up your lack of scarcity, and believe that you have it. You have what you want. You know what you want. You know you've got what it takes to get there, because everything we have is already inside us, right? So you've just got to release it. You've got to get it out, and you've got to put it into action. So I guess this video really is just about believing this and knowing that it can happen, because like I said, discovering this in my drawer, and I hadn't seen it for a long time, brings back some interesting feelings and makes me sort of feel, okay, man, I made it work. It worked, but at the time I was trying it, I just didn't have that right feeling. I didn't have the abundance mindset. I was trying it, but I just didn't have it. So if you're watching this, you're in the same place, know that you will get there, but follow it up with action. Don't just do all the sayings, don't do all the affirmations and all the reading and all the stuff. Put in the action, put in the work. If you feel like you're getting nowhere, that's okay, because you are doing something. You've still got to be doing something. You may not make those quantum leaps right now, but you might in the future. Okay, I always sort of subscribe to the thing that we may not always be in the place that we want to be, but we will be in the future if we continue to grow and we continue to put in place the things that we want to grow. So that's my experience with the law of attraction, money mindset. It really is a big thing that you need to get under control if money is continually sort of flying away from you. So that's my story today. If you want to follow along on my business, entrepreneurial and life growth journey, hit subscribe.